Okay, folks, and this will be the last how-to video that I have planned to create. If you need more, if you have things that you want to be able to do and you aren't sure how to do those things on this portfolio platform with Google, then just send me an email and I'll create other sites to show you the how-tos of the rest of the intricacies of the site. For the most part, I think we've covered the basics that will allow you to get going on your portfolio and then be ready to submit it once we get to finals week and you have your final paper to add. So speaking of that final paper, it is a source where you will have to add a URL or a hyperlink to your Google Sites portfolio. So the last video I want to do is to show you how to add a hyperlink to a portfolio page. So you'll notice that instead of our regular About Me homepage, I've actually clicked over to the CFP, which also stands for Call for Papers. This will be the objective of our last essay for the class. And in this one, you'll notice that the first bullet point says provide a link to the CFP you plan to use for this paper, or in this case you used for this essay because you will already have the paper started and written by the time you're ready to do this. Now, a CFP is also something called a call for papers. This is an advertisement for professional conferences looking for people to present at those conferences. So we'll talk about it more when we introduce that part of the course, but the important thing is that you will have a link, a web link to the conference advertisement, to the conference call for papers, and you'll need to put that link here in your portfolio. So to do that, once you're in the portfolio, you'll click on the Edit tab. And this is very much, if you're familiar with Word, it's very much the same thing. Here, I'll need to have the link I want to embed, so I'm actually going to switch screens for a second and take it to the link that is probably a simple one to find. In this case, let's say I'm interested in civic engagement, activism, communication, and how all that works together. So I found this conference on activism, communication, and social justice engagement, and this is something that I think I could write a paper about. So I'm going to take this link, I just copied it, and I'm going to go ahead and put that into my site. Now, of course, if you're concerned about the formatting and everything, you can adjust it once you're in here. But for our purposes, I just want to show you how to do the link. Now that I have it in here, this isn't one that you could click on and it go to that website. So we want to highlight it and then use the editing tools here at the top, the one that's supposed to look a little bit like a paperclip or an infinity sign, to change that text into a hyperlink. And so now you can see it's got the traditional blue with the underline for hyperlink, and Google's telling me here below, look, you've made this a link. If you wanted to just change a word to the hyperlink, say attached is my call for papers link, or I want to change the word link here to that exact link, I could highlight the word link, again click on the hyperlink tab, and then in this space tell it I'm going to give you a URL address that I want you to open in a new window, and you'll see that now the word link is going to be my hyperlink. Either of these options works just fine for our purposes. Pick whichever works best for the aesthetics of your site. As long as I have access to the link that you eventually pick for your call for papers essay, you'll be in good shape. Alright folks, again, this is the last video I have intended to show you how to do. If you do have any questions, send me an email and I will create new videos if it seems like something that will affect all students on the site. Hey, baby. Can you go out? Okay. Hang on. Hang on. You're right. You're right. Hang on. Hang on, baby.